from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Oliver's coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you could be a part of the notification squad. Tonight was the preseason opener for the Lakers. It's about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm still watching the game as we speak, but the game it's nearly over, and it's just you might as well say it's over now. So I just want to review what I seen tonight and what the Lakers can correct during the regular season. The preseason is extremely important because it allows players to build chemistry and get a feel for what it's going to be like this season playing with LeBron James. I think tonight what the starting lineup showed me is that they lack three-point shooting. The defense wasn't as bad. I seen a lot of people talking about the defense. I don't think the defense was as bad as people was making it seem, but I do believe they have to step it up another level in terms of defense. But it's just the preseason, so I expect that the competitive Rondo is going to demand that the team raise their level of intensity on the defensive end. In order for this team have a chance to win, they have to compete every night in order for a chance to win. You know, I think Brandon Ingram played well, but as I stated, this starting lineup lacks three-point shooting. You're going to need some scoring, especially when you're playing against these Golden States or playing against the Houston Rockets and even the Denver Nuggets. Gomez was just shooting lights out tonight. He's a deadly scorer, can shoot from three, and he doesn't even hesitate. He just doesn't even think about it. He just chucks up a shot, and he's very consistent. And I think that's what I would like to see from Kuzma. I think what they're going to have to do is they're either going to have to insert Kuzma. I do believe that Kuzma should be in the starting lineup. Now, scoring is, you shouldn't have to worry about scoring in terms of like LeBron James. You know that LeBron James is going to score and he's going to get the points that he needs to get, though I do believe it's going to be a major adjustment for him playing out in the Western Conference now, and with it being so physical every single night, you know, on a nightly basis. But I do believe that they're going to have to get some three-point scoring to spread the floor. And this is what I was talking about as far as like Rondo. Rondo is a genius in terms of basketball, and he has a very high basketball IQ. But when it comes to three-point scoring, you're going to need someone out there to spread that floor. They're going to need to put Kuzma. They need to start. I believe that Kuzma should start at power forward. LeBron James should start at small forward. Now the question is, who do you put at shooting guard? Is it KCP or is it Brandon Ingram? Now I gave my daily lineup in the beginning, and I stated that Luke Walton would not go with that lineup, but I believe that's a deadly lineup. If it's a potentially deadly lineup if you put Brandon Ingram starting at shooting guard, but you need some consistent three-point shooting. LeBron James likes to be surrounded by three-point shooters. And as you've seen with the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray is a great three-point shooter. Will Barton is a great three-point shooter. Malik Beasley is a great three-point shooter. And we all know that Gomez is a great three-point shooter. And Jokic is a phenomenal player. Paul Millsap. And you have to keep in mind that Gary Harris didn't play. Michael Porter Jr. didn't play. They got Trey Lyles, Isaiah Thomas. They have a great team over there. So this team, I have them making the playoffs this season. I expect it to be a lot different once the regular season comes. You know, it's nowhere near time to hit the panic button at all. It's going to take some time to adjust. I expect that it's going to be a lot of rough patches till we get midway into the season. Have to be a lot of cutting to the basket. Just cutting to the basket is not going to cut it this season. You need three-point scoring. Overall tonight, I give it a grade of a C-. I think that, you know, we're going to get better and we got to take it easy. But Rondo is just a brilliant mind when it comes to basketball. There was so much talk about LeBron James. They just kept showing LeBron James. And every time they looked at the bench, every time they put the camera to the bench, they showed LeBron. But the one thing they never talked about, and I think that this was very important to talk about, was the whole entire time while everybody was watching what was going on the floor, Rajon Rondo was the only player on his tablet watching previous plays and seeing the mistakes that he made and just watching film and going over what he did wrong and what he did right. Now, that's a great player right there. And that's just what a great leader does. You know, he takes the game extremely serious. He's extremely passionate. The Denver Nuggets was up by a wide margin going into halftime, but I think the Lakers did a great job at fighting back and cutting the lead, and they even tied it up. The Lakers did a remarkable job at moving the ball tonight. Everybody got a chance to put their fingerprints on the ball. You've seen a lot of moving without the ball. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how this offense reacts once LeBron James, starts to acclimate himself into the offense. And he's, because LeBron James is very ball dominant. These teams have been playing together for years or even less than a year. So they're going to have a lot more chemistry. For us, it's going to take some time to build up and to becoming a very successful team. Like I said, it's going to be tough. It's going to be extremely tough. You're playing out west. And what will happen when you have LeBron James, who's very ball dominant? He's going to have nights where he scores like 34, 35 points, or he's going to have 40-point nights, or he's going to have like a 28-point night. And it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens. Will these players, stand around and just watch him, just stand around and just watch him go to work? And a lot of times what can happen is when you have a player like LeBron James, who's so ball dominant, and you don't have a consistent three-point shooter, that's why I say it's imperative for Luke Walton to make a decision on who he's going to start as shooting guard. Because if you can't rely on KCP to hit those shots, and Brandon Ingram isn't a consistent three-point shooter, then you're going to have some trouble, because these teams who are watching film, they're going to know that, hey, we don't have to, we can back up off of him while he's at the three-point line, because he's not going to make it anyway. And if he does make it, then we'll live with that. And also with getting players involved, you got to make sure you know when to get players involved and get them going, because what can happen is when LeBron James drives to the basket and he's having a hot night, these other guys aren't they're not able to get into a rhythm. So if he's having a 40-point game and he dishes the ball out and they miss it because they're not in rhythm, because they've been watching him, the entire arena was just in an uproar, for LeBron James. Every time he checked in, they was extremely excited. And it was just this high level of excitement for LeBron James, his first preseason debut. And everybody was just so excited for LeBron James. And every time he touched the ball, they welcomed him. But anyway, y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I got some new videos coming up. So y'all just stay tuned for the new videos. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.